Hello, hello, everybody. This is your host, Dr. Angelika Christie, with you here on my show, Your Radiant Life After 45. It's a show for healthy, happy, and wealthy women. I show you how to design and enjoy your most radiant life after 45 by conscious and intelligent choice. With over 25 years of professional experience and as a naturopathic doctor specializing in women's healthy aging, and as a lifestyle and relationship coach, together with my vast personal experience. Yes, I am not a spring chicken anymore. I am in my mid 70s. Can you believe it? I still can't. But it's the calendar, that's what it says. But I definitely don't feel it, I don't act it, and I want women to prepare for the second part of their life so that they stay healthy, happy, sexy, engaged, and create a meaningful life that they enjoy. And so this is it. If you like what I share with you here, please come and be with me. Come every Saturday at 3 o'clock, that's Eastern time, and be live with me. Because what happens in the second part of the hour, we are actually starting a conversation. So if you are live with me, then you can stay and engage with me and can ask me any questions. That's really the best way of really making something that you hear really your own. Make it stick, make it personal for you. Okay, so let's begin. In the last today is actually number 6 and 7 of a series of that I call 7 mistakes or 7 sins that women easily do that will trigger premature aging. Who wants premature aging? I mean, aging is aging, right? So, but we can really do something about it. And we talked about many things. We talked about mindset. We talked about your what you eat, that your metabolism goes down, and how you have to adjust your food, and what you eat is also so much more important as you get older, because when we are young, we have some kind of garbage bin for food. We can digest everything, and it does not punish us right away. But as we get older, all of that becomes more delicate, and so we need to pay more and better attention to all of these things. We talked about muscle building, because your brain needs it as well. We talked about the necessities of the brain. We talked about the internal muscles, how important it is to strengthen your internal muscles. You don't see them, but they get looser as you get older, and all of a sudden you have these issues, maybe with a leaking urine or all kinds of things. You need to train your muscles so all of your organs stay in place. Does this make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, so we went through. I don't want to, if you want to know about the 7, about the sins or the mistake 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then please go back and watch 2 of the previous episodes where I cover that, where I speak about it. So just let's begin. Let's begin what this episode and session is all about. And it is the next sin after the 5th is not building joyful relationships with others. Your relationship becomes more important as you get older. And the sad fact is that loneliness and isolation increases as you age. Your relationship with yourself is important, really important, but it's not enough. You need good friends, you need close friends, and then you also need a community of like-minded people. And women, of course, the bonds and friendships that develop, especially with women that go through the same stages of life as you do, is so valuable, and it's so important because it will nurture those friendships as you age, and it will support you and become more and more valuable as time goes on. An unhealthy or lack of a satisfying relationship takes a toll on your emotions, takes a toll on your health. It ages you faster. It ages you prematurely. We don't want that. So if you are married and your long-standing marriage has become a little bit dull or uninspiring, then now it is the time to up-level and revive that relationship. And let me tell you, we women are so much better. We are excellent at and so much better equipped than men when it comes to reviving and inspiring our sometimes uninspired or dull or same old relationships. Why? Well, because we are more imaginative, we are more playful, and can turn ourselves on more easily as well. If you want to go deeper into how to up-level your relationship, get my book, How to Revive Your Relationship, or Leave Without Regret. And it's right in the back of me if you see it on my shelf. There, no, there, there on my shelf. Okay. It is available on Amazon, so remember the name or just my name and search on it. Search for it on Amazon. You will learn you will also learn not just how to revive it, but what is really important to even start a relationship, because sometimes, and how to leave it, because sometimes relationships are not there for our entire lifetime, but for a particular period of time. So there are so many different aspects to it, and it's all covered in my book. And yet, this is still only a guidance to something that, of course, is so much more personal if we can speak face to face. And I can focus on what is going on in your particular case, in the challenges that you believe you have. So, but anyway, I also, I am about, by the middle of the end of this month, I'm about to open up a subscription membership for, and it's going to be called just very close or almost the same as my show here, Radiant Life After 45 Club. This show is called Your Radiant Life After 45. And so my subscription, my membership will be Radiant Life After 45 Club or Society. I'm not too sure yet. So you can uplift your experience and the satisfaction you receive from relationships that give you joy and are fulfilling, whether they are with your partner or a close friend or anybody in your family. All of those relationships make up your life, so they are very, very important. And you have to pay attention that, because if you let it slide, it will slide down. Knowing how to take care of your happiness through loving relationships is a skill, and you can learn that skill. Why not become a member of a group of fabulous women like you who learn together and support each other by joining the subscription membership? You can't have it right now, but just keep that in mind, because I will offer it very, very, very soon. Because there you will get the tools and the skills of rewarding relationships and so much more. So when it comes to inspiring your relationship and take care of your relationship, do this and you have slacked off a bit, do this here immediately. Maybe you have neglected staying in touch when it comes to your friends. Commit to calling maybe just one friend or acquaintance or somebody in your family each day and see how you both feel reconnecting. Share what has been going on during the time you have not spoken to each other, and share that. See if you want to meet in person, if it makes sense. See if you can bring a few friends together. If you live in an area where you can drive, or you can bring a group of you together, maybe for a lunch or for an afternoon. I'm German, so I say Kaffeeklatsch. It's whatever you do. Maybe have some biscuits and a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or whatever is to your fancy. And do this with different friends for different reasons. Do it once a week. What I mean is, whether you go together into a movie, for example, or just meet for lunch, or for any interests that you may want to discuss, interests that you may have in common, like maybe visit a museum or an attraction together. Just make it lively, make it fun, because we want to have, it inspires you, and that inspiration and that joy, that inner joy, actually triggers your youth hormones, right? Maybe arrange to meet for a bigger event of mutual interest. That would be so much fun, right? Now, this sounds like it's easy to do, right? And that's true. It sounds, yes, of course this is easy to do. And let me tell you, what is easy to do is also easy not to do. Yes, it's true, right? Yes. Okay. You get that, right? Because I run into this all the time. Yes, there are a lot of things that are easy to do, and they are also easy not to do. Okay. Okay, another thing, laugh often. Laughing and touching stimulates your growth hormones. Your growth? What did I say? I meant your youth hormones. Yes, because as we get older, we tend to withdraw from a lot of those fun, joyful activities that we did all the time when we were younger, right? Everything was about fun. So, but it is necessary to engage with friends. Do you get this now? It is necessary to be intimate with your lover. Yes? It is necessary to get your interests going. Stay curious. Staying curious is really a key. And of course, have fun. Then commit to strengthening old relationships as well as making new ones. Sometimes we just say, oh, okay, so we have these old relationships, but what about making new ones? And I do understand, as we get older, we kind of get a little more private. Sometimes we lose some of our confidence to just spontaneously talk to a stranger. Do it anyway. Just push yourself, maybe once a week, to do that. Yeah? Okay. You will see how your energy level improves alongside your increasing capacity for joy and happiness. So do at least one small deed of kindness each day. This is also something that makes such a big difference. And yes, kindness toward yourself counts, but it is even more satisfying to do an act of kindness, just the smallest one, for others each day. Here's the tip for dealing with your online friends. Maybe because, sometimes, like for example, like me, I live on a small island in the Bahamas. Since I live here for over 40 years, of course I have friends, but then a lot of them left, and so staying in touch very often means being online, just like we have this conversation now here. You are my friend because you tuned into my show. You are interested in learning from me. So that makes you my friend, and I love that and I appreciate it. And my way of being kind is sharing this. I mean, you get all of this for free, right? And my commitment is to continuously doing this every week, no matter what. All right. So coming back to your online friends, maybe scan through your social media um, platforms and see who has engaged with you more than others over a certain period of time. Maybe you want to put them into a category of interests that you and they have talked about. What are your shared interests? And when you have created a list like that, see who has similar interests and create maybe a group. You can create a chat group online to start and introduce some of those friends to each other. So obviously, the ones you pick have engaged with you. And then maybe if they have things in common, wouldn't it be great to actually introduce them to each other, to bring them together? I think so. This is also a way to bring fresh energy into your friendships and find new areas of interest that you may not have known before. Yes, because we change. All of a sudden, somebody talks about an interest and they said, oh my God, I never thought about it. That could be fun. And then you just be introduced to it and do it. Okay, so that was about friends. Now, deepen your relationship with your partner. Deepen your relationship with your partner. And that, of course, is a very big issue or area of your life. And since we don't have time here to go into this, again, as I said before, get my book. It's on special right now. It's on Amazon. And the book is, as you see there, How to Revive Your Relationship or Leave Without Regret. Yes, leaving without regret is in there, but the reviving part is so important. So get that, or come and enter into my world. Become my client, or of course when you become part of the membership, which is a very low monthly commitment, a fraction of what it would cost to get me as your coach. But then also I am holding online events or courses, like my 6-week relationship course that that's coming up very shortly in August. Okay, so this is all about how to make sure that you know it is so important to deepen your relationship with your partner, the one that you are committed to, your intimate partner. And the intimacy is so easily diluted or dimmed or evaporated. And unless it's like a fire, you have to tend to it. You have to tend to it and give it some fuel, give it some reason to come up and be all out again. And then there may be times when, it can get a little dimmer, but then you need to bring it up again. Anyway, I hope you get my point. Okay, before we are running out of time, the seventh mistake or sin that prematures you earlier is thinking that it is too late for your dream to be realized. It's such a common issue because as your youth wanes and you have fewer responsibilities, you may search for new meaning in your life. You can start it by getting clarity about who you are in your family, who you are, and who you are in relation to certain family members. And you can increase the connection, the intimacy with that member. You may not know how much of an impact you can have on your family really by teaching by example. Teaching by example is really the only way that makes a real impact, an immediate impact, and a lasting impact. The same is true for your closer and for your wider community. Just keep that in mind. You may think that you do not have what it takes to be a leader in your family and community. Yes? Is that so? Yet you may put yourself in the shadows and you do not belong into that shadow. No, you don't. Of course you are a leader. You were born a leader. You have leader qualities. Otherwise you wouldn't even be here listening to me. Yes or yes? And let me tell you, now is the time to take the journey within. Not another shiny object, not another, distraction. You don't need to buy more stuff. Sometimes it's fun, yes, but not as a substitute, because the journey within is the most important part of preparing yourself and then moving through the second part of your life. What you want to discover in this journey within are how things have changed and shifted, your true values. Know what you stand for. What you stand for now may be a little bit different from what you stood for when you were much younger. Your life's purpose, yes? And what your life is really all about now. It may have been something different some time ago. Like we go through the stages, and if you are a mother, then when you have small children, that's what your life is mostly about. But once you are beyond, in your 50s or beyond, that all changes. Now it's, what about me? What about you? What is your life all about now? You decide what you want to experience in the next decade and beyond. Yes? It is time to discover your unapologetic self and the magnificent woman that you are. Yes, your unapologetic self and the magnificent woman that you are. Why are you not seeing it? Because it's all covered up in old and limiting beliefs. It is time to learn and profit from your immortal self and your power to manifest the health, the beauty, the abundance, and everything that you desire that is yours to receive. How? Let me tell you, you are so much more powerful than you know you are, unless you know the full power of your I am presence, because your power comes from your I am presence. So do this immediately. It is time for you to plan and find satisfaction and peace in knowing how you will create the second part of your life. Maybe you want to contribute to something later in your life. But having prepared for it and knowing that you can lean into your plan for now or for later will give you so much self-confidence. It will give you a self-worth and joyful expectations. It will provide you with strength and also with healing that you can use to overcome many afflictions and challenges that are actually part of, and to all of us, not known unless we experience it. It is different to experience it or read about it. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. Oops. Your health, your satisfaction and sense of purpose get better and better the more deeply you can access that divine self. You have to take care of your happiness by engaging in self-love. How do you do that? by eliminating everything that is standing in the way of your happiness. That's how. The inner joy that rises naturally creates these youth hormones, and it creates the satisfaction. The stimulation of youth hormones result in more energy and better health, the youthful glow that takes at least a decade of your calendar years. Well, people tell me I look more like in my late 50s or 60s, but I'm in my mid 70s. So you see, you'll enjoy healthy, happy, and ageless decades to come. Why? You have become intrinsically connected to your most powerful spirit self that is ageless. You know the secrets and practice them in your daily life when you do this. For any more personal advice, please feel free to contact me. And I think my contact is in my bio. Or Angelika at radiantlifeafter45.com. You can email me here or book a free discovery call with me. Yes? So, in conclusion, in the last 3 episodes, we covered the 7 mistakes or sins that ages women prematurely. Not preparing for the second part of life, slowing down, not building your muscles, not realizing what your brain needs, not loving yourself unconditionally, not building joyful relationships, and not honoring your spirituality. Those are the sins, those were the mistakes. Therefore, yet they may have slipped into your life because we are so unaware of all of these things. And it may have become a routine that now accelerates your aging prematurely. The good news is that premature aging can be stopped and even reversed. There are many more mistakes that too many women are not aware of, but it's also essential to trust the source and the provider of the solutions, right? You are the hero in your life journey, and I would be so honored to be your guide, to take you from where you are now to where you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 2 decades from now. Okay, so this is all I have time for today. But I just want to tell you how much I have enjoyed having you here with me. Thank you for spending your precious time with me. And if you find that I shared with you, what I shared with you is valuable to you, please get in touch with me and share with your friends to maybe come and be live with me here. Every Saturday, 3 o'clock. Okay, bye-bye for now, because this is all the time I have. I see you next week. Yes? Yes, I hope so.